I still remember the day I first joined Shaolin Temple. All the senior monks were carrying buckets of water, stepping on the stones in the riverbed, and crossing the river quickly. At that time, I thought it would be easy, but before I had taken a few steps, I lost my balance. With no other choice, I had to turn back, still holding the buckets. Unexpectedly, just then, a dog came charging straight at me. I was so scared that I turned around and rushed across the river with the buckets in hand. When I looked back, the dog was still barking furiously, so I couldn't help but shout a few insults at it. To my surprise, the dog actually crossed the river and continued chasing me. Luckily, I ran fast enough to avoid being caught, but by then, only a little water was left in my buckets, and I was caught red-handed by the abbot. I was about to go fetch water again when I suddenly heard a commotion. Driven by curiosity, I climbed up to the top of the wall to look. It turned out the senior monks were practicing martial arts. I was so engrossed in watching them that I completely forgot the dog was still chasing me. When I finally came to my senses, I sprinted into a room. Later, I peeked out the window and saw the dog hadn't left yet. Determined to teach it a lesson, I took out a rope and threw it outside, then tossed half an egg after it. As soon as the dog gave in to temptation and went for the egg, I quickly caught it with the rope. However, this commotion attracted the abbot's attention. With no way out, I had to drag the dog into the room. By then, the abbot was already at the door. In a panic, I placed the dog on the bed, covered it with a quilt, and pretended to be asleep. When the abbot saw me, asleep, he looked extremely disappointed and turned around to leave. But when I lifted the quilt afterward, I found the dog had stopped breathing. I felt overwhelmed with guilt, so I buried it with my own hands. But then I thought, this is such a waste. So I ended up roasting the dog's body. However, before I could take more than a few bites, the head abbot found me. I expected to be severely scolded, but instead, the head abbot gave me a subtle hint. I instantly understood, so I immediately handed the dog meat to him. The head abbot checked to make sure no one was around and was just about to eat when the senior monks rushed over, saying they wanted to eat too. So the head abbot divided the dog meat among them. After we finished eating, I was about to head back when a girl stopped me. As soon as she saw the dog skin in my hand, she attacked me at once. Only then did I realize that the dog was hers. I had no choice but to keep dodging her attacks, but she was extremely skilled in martial arts and knocked me to the ground in no time. Fortunately, the head abbot appeared just in time, and the girl finally stopped. That was when I learned the girl was the head abbot's daughter. This made me feel even more guilty. So the next day, I shaved my head with my own hands, formally became a disciple of Shaolin Temple, and joined the ranks of warrior monks.